Hi, welcome to another episode of Excel spreadsheets. In this episode, we'll try to learn how to get unique values from a list of values using Excel formulas. This might be a very useful thing for us because you can use the values extracted using Excel formulas to feed into another list that you are building. Of course, we can all use the built-in Excel functionality to remove duplicates, which has been available since Excel 2007. But that involves either writing a macro or something like that. In this episode, you will see a formula based technique. In order to remove the duplicates from this list, as you can see, Marian is a duplicate and then Luke is a duplicate. We need to add a column here, wherein what we will do is we will show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. And whenever there is a repetition here, remember this is a repeat value, so 6, 7, 8. Now Marian is a repetition, so this should just remain 8. Luke is also a repetition, so this should remain 8, and Robert is not a repetition, so that should increase. You get the drift of this. We increase the value by 1, and whenever there is a repetition we just leave the value as is. Now you cannot type this, so we have to write a formula that will actually calculate such values. Here in this list I have written such formula. The first one is going to be hard coded as 1 because that's going to be unique anyway. We all know that up to this point there is no duplication because it's first row. But the second one, we are going to use a countif formula that works something like this. What we are saying is, from the range C4 through C5, if the value in the C5 is more than 1, then increment, if it has occurred only once, increment the value in B4 by 1, otherwise leave it as B4. If you are familiar with Excel formulas, then you should be, this is pretty straightforward. Of course we made a mistake earlier, even Smith is repetition. So there are in total 8 unique values in this list. All these, wherever there is a duplication, the value is not going to increase. This is a very simple countif formula, and once we find such values, now all we have to do is to get the unique list. We have to list down the elements next to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here. To do that, we can use a VLOOKUP formula. Here I have written the VLOOKUP. The way it works is, let us try to write it here itself. We need to say VLOOKUP, the lookup value has to be 1. It has to increase in, so we can use the rows formula. I need not even use any other reference other than this. And the table array is this, column index number 2 and false. Here what we are saying is, so the lookup, this rows will give 1 for the first cell, and when you drag it down it will increment by 1 each time. So since there are only 8 unique values, the first 8 cells are filled, and after that, sorry, we haven't adjusted this absolute, looks like, okay. So here, as you can see, the first cell is going to find rows of D4 through D4, which is 1, and then look up in this list. So against 1 the value is John. Similarly here, Tabitha has this is the 6th cell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th. So this is going to be 6, and against 6 the value is Tabitha, so the Tabitha is going to be shown like that. Since there is no 9th element in this list, it's going to show hash name. Now you could wrap this around an if function, so that whenever the value is more than 8, the highest value in this list, we'll just show a blank cell. If you improve it like that, it will look something like this. So here, as you can see, we are checking whether the value of the rows is more than the value in this cell. here, and if it is so, then just show the blank, otherwise run the VLOOKUP. This is a very simple technique. You can download the example from the link that is shown on this page and play more with it. In that example, you will also find ideas to eliminating doubles from a list only, that is get the values that are only repeated more than once. This is like opposite of the unique list, and also find out any missing values from one list to another. These are all similar formulas that will use the countif. I will see you again in the next example. Thank you.